noises.
And we are live.
Super. We're live.
There we are.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Is it me?
Hello, everyone. Oh, my
What
Lanta.
the hell was
Christ
that?
almighty.
What the hell was that?
That's like an Apple iMovie clip.
Was that an... Okay, you
I
know
was
that
like,
in your input.
no, I
Yeah,
screwed
you
up.
did.
I screwed up.
Can you turn the levels down on
I just
that
did.
input?
Jesus.
Did you?
I just did. Yeah.
Okay. So if I put these back on, it's not going to be a 3,000 decibel
You'll be
fart.
fine. It's a little tinnitus. You'll be fine.
Oh, God.
Christ.
That was
Click
brutal.
the wrong button.
I hope we didn't hurt any of our listeners. I don't think anyone was on yet anyways.
I gotta fix this camera though.
Do you
This
really
camera's
want
like
to
super
hurt
in our
me?
face. Hold on.
Oh, just
Do you
just
really
twirl it a
want to
little bit.
make me cry?
I haven't bought the new tripod yet because you keep telling me you want to build a table first. You don't have to move the whole table.
I know.
Okay.
I'm doing it anyway.
I think that's better. Let's see. Stick your dome in the frame.
What?
Stick your dome in the frame.
It's amazing. It's amazing we actually pull this off every week.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I'm really amazed that we're able to do any of this, honestly, that it
Right.
ever works, ever.
Nah.
I
really
am
should.
very amazed. It really has no business working.
No, it doesn't.
Nope. Anyway, hello and welcome to the Freemasons podcast with your hosts, Right Worshipful Brother George Mudry.
Worshipful Brother Joe.
And Worshipful Brother Ken.
And we're back. 181.
181.
181.
Yep.
What is it titled again? Did you title it Freemasons Talk Shit? What do we do?
Hold on. Mason Strike Back Part 2.
Perfect. Sorry for our little hiatus. We actually had a meeting
There's
up
a
here
lot
on
of things going on.
Thursday. Then
Meeting Thursday. I was in Ohio the Thursday before.
I had a degree.
What's going on?
And then Sunday, I don't even know what Sunday was.
Yeah,
I
don't
had
remember.
I had my installation Sunday.
Oh,
And
right.
You had
No, you
you
had
had
to
your
be
son's
there.
birthday.
Correcto.
Yeah.
Correcto. Yep.
It's all coming back.
And
to me
then
now.
Monday, I didn't make the meeting either because I was
coming
feeling like
back.
crap. No, it was not COVID. It was a simple head cold. But
But it
Yeah, a
was
lot of
still
people
fun.
mentioned how you weren't here.
yeah, I know. I know they did.
Everybody
Bastards. Anyway, let's get some housekeeping,
Housekeeping.
and then we'll move from there. So
You want me to go with likes?
yeah, go.
We got a lot of them.
do it.
Got a lot of them coming here. We're
Do
going
it
to start
now.
with, let's see. We're going to start with Omar Doughlin, Louis DeSantis, Bartholomew Amawule, Daniel Earl Wright, sounds like a serial killer, Zane McCune, Tony Baxter, not Braxton, Jarrett Sanchez, Brian Williams, Sergio Velez Rincon S., Agnian Milovic, Chris Ehrman, Lionel Tessa Ray Skipper Millar, Igorovsky.
Oh, yes.
The last name is
Say it.
Fail.
no. The last name is STZ. Igorovsky.
Okay. Maybe he
Adolf,
sneezed when he was writing his name.
Adolf F. Knigge, Bobby Krusko, Tom Hickey. Jesus, somebody put this in here.
Do it.
Come on, do it.
Zaya Pacanthropus solensis.
Holy crap. Well done.
All right.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't never have been able to.
Jacob, I'd like to know if I got that right. So if you're listening, Zaya Pacanthropus, please drop us a line in the comments and let us know if I
I mean,
got
it could have
that
been worse. It could have been Mr. Bolzania, first name Harry. I mean, just throwing it out there.
right. Speaking of, Jacob Washburn, Trey Murat, Jose Amaro, Richard Sanders, some call him Colonel, Lamond Chestnut, Mike
Wait, what?
Salas. Yeah, Richard Sanders, Colonel.
Colonel Sanders. Come on now. Keep up.
Lamond Chestnut, Mike Salas, and Kane Surley.
Oh, that's a lot of likes.
Super.
Over on Instagram, we've got Kevin Betts, Brian Mitchell, Ricardo Fioravanti, Jeff Christensen, Trey Murat, Harold Fisher, Scott Bowman, Simply Dub, Miss Lady Meow, whose description is, "Hey, it's that gamer kitten." Okay, cool.
Okay.
I like cats. Steve Moulton and Gerald. Gerald? Gerald? Gerald?
Gerald. Go Gerald.
Go Gerald.
Gerald.
That's what we got.
All right. Ken, why don't you lead it?
Yay. Brethren, right hand to arms.
To arms.
Ready.
Ready.
Aim.
Aim.
Fire good fire. Fire all. Together, brethren.
Vivat, vivat, vivat.
You know,
All
it's been a while since we did that, and we actually got it right.
Yeah. It was a little weird doing mine out of a straw, though, I gotta say.
Yeah, it takes some getting used to.
All right. We got some new Apple reviews.
New Apple review.
Great stuff from Steve Yutt 3531, 5-star review. I've had family members who are and who have been Masons. Love the colorful and in-depth conversations on the podcast. I've been listening since March of 2019. Hey, here.
Nice.
Keep up the great work and Semper Fi. Ooh.
Is he
Semper Fidelis.
One of your brothers from another mother?
That would be another organization.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, the next one is Sean Graham. Fantastic! Exclamation points 5 times over. With a 5-star review. And he writes, stumbled across this podcast looking for some extra info on the craft before I petitioned my local lodge. Not only did the guys give me great insight, I've since been accepted into a lodge awaiting my first degree. Congratulations.
Congrats.
April 28th, 2021. But also found some new friends in Discord. Keep up the great work, fellas. Yes, we have a new Discordian.
We have a couple of new
boy.
Discordians.
Keep going. I don't know. I think the old crew is not liking the fact that the new guys are coming up. Man, they're up and coming.
Hey.
Yeah, there's a little bit of
in with the new.
a little bit of animosity. It's kind of like a microcosm for the lodge, right? You got those old grumpy past masters that like don't want things to change.
Yeah,
And
we've
you
got a
these
few.
young.
It is. It's got
piss
its
and
own
vinegar.
little. It's got
Yeah.
its own little atmosphere.
It's a
in there.
microcosm.
Got
of
the little
lodge.
clicks here and there.
But so let's go on to some new people who subscribed here. We have Rob E. So he commented on a video. I haven't seen it on here. I know it was your last Facebook podcast was 137. Yep, we're all done with Facebook.
Yeah.
But to be quite honest, you guys made some very good points, and I learned a lot from it. And that was on the episode Mason Strike Back. So hopefully we get more comments on here. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, please. We love we love it all.
Yeah, engage with us, baby.
Just be very careful,
Why?
because we're striking back.
Oh yes, we are.
And this time we mean it.
Oh, we're angry now.
But before we strike,
Robert
Disco Duck? What?
Robert Desco
Show me. Disco 2.
Descato
Descato.
Jr. He's a new subscriber, as well
It's
as
French.
Elite
It is.
Jedi 74.
Oh, may the force be with you.
So be it.
Scott Madison, Mark Poulin Jr.
That name rings
sounds
a bell.
familiar.
Yeah, Mark Poulin,
Mark Poulin.
Connecticut Mason.
I think
maybe?
it's definitely a Connecticut Mason.
Yeah.
You know what I found a lot more often now? We have a lot of adult porn spammers hitting the messages and comments.
Porn spammers. Like
That's
in the
supposed to be
live
how you
streams?
know you're making it big, right?
I guess.
Yeah, I
You
guess
start
so.
getting
Once
start getting random, just like
Now, how are you getting porn out of that? It's not even. It's like in.
They're like all these.
No,
shows
it's a
are
link.
like-
It's like
Korean.
18 cams or something like that. It's all in Korean, whatever. Edwin Place, David Young. Let's continue on. I think I got a couple more. Man, let me tell you what. Since we did the
Tim Hogan.
Tim Hogan one,
Yep.
man, holy
Yeah,
hell.
I know. It's really. It's
Tolliver
really
Lion Estates. That looks like a company, but hey, whatever.
Sounds like wine. Send us a box of wine, man.
Damn right.
Pinot Noir. That's what you. Yeah,
Michael-
I could do a Pinot
Nice
Noir.
little Pinot
Michael
Noir.
Pierce, Lottie
for it.
Caldwell, Z74 Ever 69, Kurt Edson Herzovi. Wow, that's a name. Holy hell.
Okay.
Yeah, it's somebody's. It's a subscriber, but goddamn, Love and Light 369. Very cool.
Okay. I get the reference.
Yeah. I think Blake Ray I've called up before. Ali Osman Karasmal. Buster. That'd be Bust R.
Rhymes.
Professor
It's bust
Professor
up.
Bauer. we have a
That's right.
professor on here.
You're right. You're
A
right.
professor.
We have Professor Bauer.
Oh wow.
Raul
Don't go on a boat cruise with him.
Cifuentes? Oh, I did that good. I'm proud of myself
Fuentes?
right there. It's Cifuentes.
Oh, I thought you said Daisy.
Wow.
Wolfgang Lochner, Daniel Duke, Jesseh, Jesseh, Jesseh,
Oh, another.
Or
call.
Jesh.
Jesh. 144, Laser Beam Lightstorm. Now that is a freaking name right
That's
there.
a 1980s cool name right
Yeah,
there.
baby. I bet you he's got parachute pants on right now.
I'll bet you he's got one of those
And a members
vans.
only jacket.
One
Yeah.
of those vans with like the mural painted on it with like the
And the
wizard
crescent moon
yeah.
window on the side. Yeah.
And the wolf. Yeah.
Zane McCoon. Yeah, man. If I've missed you, please make sure you. Who we got? One more. Hewlin Xavier Bryant, Lou Schwartz. Jesus.
May the Schwartz be with you.
And then it just keeps going.
Oh wait, we're not allowed to make Spaceballs.
And
reference.
also with
Sorry.
your,
Yeah, I know, right? You can't do that.
YouTube. Yeah.
But anyway, if I missed you, I apologize. Call me out on it. Say, hey,
Hey.
douche, I subscribed to you and you didn't call my name,
Yeah.
and we will do so. Joe, why don't
Yeah.
you lead the Apple reviews and lead the YouTube
With your iced coffee.
With my iced
with
coffee.
your bitch Bellini. or
Hey,
whatever
you know
got.
what? It's just a plain iced coffee. It's not like it's the freaking Charlie thing. Yeah. But who knows? We might be able to get a sponsorship thing. Just so you know, the Brother Josie is large iced skim milk, too Splenda.
Because the
That's how you go.
Freemasons podcast runs on that brand.
We run on Duncan.
yeah, we do.
No, Cody, I got you last time. I did say it last time. If I didn't, but Cody, any Vivo,
Cody
I
N.
covered. Cody N.
Cody on.
Vivo, right? Because we debated that last time.
Well, you
I
covered
didn't
it
miss
now, so.
I don't freaking
Whatever.
remember.
All right, you don't remember.
I'm
much.
old, man. Brothers.
Sorry about that.
Right hand to arms.
To arms.
Ready.
Ready.
Aim.
Aim.
Fire good fire, fire all. Together, brothers.
Viva, viva, viva. Oh,
One last shout out that I want to give.
Oh boy.
One of our boys, one of our original listeners, is growing up and taking a new step in his life.
Who?
So our friend, and I believe he's a brother, Lynx Riser. Is he a brother
No,
yet?
not
yet.
a brother. What did he do now?
Got married.
Then he
Did
was.
he really?
Oh, well, then he just updated it on Facebook.
That's
So
I don't know if
either
he was
way,
married before,
congratulations. It's now Facebook official.
It's Facebook official,
Yeah,
which
he's married.
makes it real.
Well, that's the only thing that makes it real.
A
If it's not on
lovely young
Facebook.
lady named Erin. And congratulations, whether it be new or old. We wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah, God bless, guys.
That's awesome.
That's it.
All
That's
right.
I got.
Let's get into this. We had a little technical malfunction with Ken's computer. That's not going to happen again, right?
No,
Where it just
because we're
decides to
building
just
a new one.
Randomly, yes, we are building a new rig.
Yeah.
There was a wardrobe malfunction on Discord this morning.
Yes.
I saw that.
And how do you see that, Joe?
Cool T-shirt.
How do
though.
you see that for $5 a month? You can subscribe to Patreon, where you'll get exclusive access to Patreon only content, which also gives you a pass to our Discord channel. We're actually there's about 5 different channels in there. And you may actually receive the ever-elusive gold tone Freemasons podcast pin, all for $5 a month. Thank you for your support.
Awesome.
Well done.
Where the hell was I thinking? I totally just drew a blank.
Did
right
the
there.
train driving by?
The train, yeah, the train always
throw
screws
you
me
off
off every
your-
single time.
your ball?
But anyway, last time we did this,
Technical difficulties.
technical
we're talking about.
difficulties. Yep.
Gremlins.
Ken's
Yeah.
computer decided it just wanted to randomly update and reboot,
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot
and
about
it
that.
shot us down. So we're going to do part 2, and we're going to continue on. We're going to pick a different video this time.
Yeah.
Bloomy's fault.
James Sylvania, I want a Discord refund after that picture of Josie.
Normally I charge for that, so you're like $5 up right now.
This
pal.
is what you signed
You're
up
welcome.
for.
Print it up. I'll sign it for you next time I see you.
It was all in the contract. Read the terms of service, damn it.
So again, we're gonna play audio. We're not gonna play video, but you can find this video on YouTube. It's called "Evils of Freemasonry," Part 1. Dr. Mervalli, MCAST S53, which I'm assuming is something his podcast episode 53 or series 53, whatever the hell it is.
What are this guy's credentials? Is he a real
This
doctor?
guy, yeah, he's a doctor in theology, part of the church.
Right.
So again, as we love doing, we point out we're not taking a shit on a religion. I'll be clear on that. But we're pointing out basically things that are incorrect, and that's what we will continue to do. And we'll talk some crap while we're doing it.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Well, you will.
Always do. Always got to start off with a good intro.
I'm a retired monk, so
I like the music.
I might offer valuable. Oh my God.
You're going to start singing along. You know this one. Yeah, you do.
There's no Barry Manilow on the piano there.
Colby designated the spiritual battle against Freemasonry as one of the principal objectives of becoming a member of the Militia Immaculata, the Army of the Immaculate.
The what?
What
Militia
was
Immaculata.
so wrong with Freemasonry
Oh.
then?
I could have got that, but I went iced coffee.
Yeah, that's kind of caramel macchiato.
The Catholic Church would continue to issue statements of saying to be a Freemason is absolutely incompatible with being a Catholic. Hello and welcome to Marycast. This is Dr. Mark Miravalli, Professor of Theology and Mariology at the Franciscan University of Steubenville. And we're going to answer that question in our segment today. What is so wrong about Freemasonry?
Yeah.
Let me start by saying this. Let me start by asking this question.
While you talk, do I get to sing in the background and do that?
Yeah, please. Some Gregorian
Let me start
chants.
by something. I know people can't see this video. We didn't put the video up because I don't know about copyright infringements. But I mean, if you're talking shit on Facebook, I guess how you're talking shit on YouTube.
It's public
Public
domain.
domain.
Public domain. But let me just start with a couple things. Just because you have a bookcase behind you with a bunch of books on there,
Doesn't make you a well-read person.
just because you have some statues on either side of you, doesn't make you a professor.
Although
or-
it does class the
It
joint up.
looks nice, though.
Just because you go and you wear a suit and tie on a video doesn't make you official. Just because you have a 7-finger forehead doesn't also make you intelligent.
Oh, the last guy had a 5-finger.
He had 5-finger. This guy's that's how you know this guy is more intelligent than the last guy is because the forehead.
2 extra fingers.
The 2 extra fingers, right?
a 7 head.
It's like the ranks on the. It's like the slash marks on the
stripes, yeah.
arm, the stripes on the arm of a military soldier, right?
Okay.
They go, the more stripes, the more time in,
Right.
The higher rank.
There's more
usually.
processing
You know what-
going on up there.
you
so
know what
lose
the
your
3 up,
hair.
3 down means, right?
Yeah, good.
End of an inning.
Gotcha. Okay.
You like that?
You're gonna have to explain
It
that.
fell
to me
on
later.
his face. Don't worry about it.
3
Moving
up,
on.
3 down.
Continuing.
I know the bars.
End of an inning. 3 up, 3 down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on. Good morning, Vietnam.
Let me continue.
Yeah.
Just because you have your coffee mug placed in a certain direction so that you can see the front of the emblem doesn't make you a professor of knowledge of all things.
No, but it doesn't mean that we run on potential sponsors.
we
here.
do. We
Just
do run. We do run.
because
a
you
potential
sit with
sponsor.
your hands folded does not make you a calm individual. And
Hey,
just
why
because
why are you
you-
picking on me?
Just because I'm looking at the video,
Well, I'm sitting here with my hands folded.
and just
I'm
because
calm.
you have a weird tree behind your head doesn't make you a florist.
Like a,
Doesn't make you an arborist.
No. And why do they all wear glasses? They all wear the weird box glasses, right?
It's part of the image. You got to project, authority and.
Anyway.
I wonder if they actually have lenses in them, or if they're just the ones that,
No. See, what I can tell, they're the darkened ones, right? So they're a little bit darker.
like Roy Orbison kind. Oh, like yeah, okay, I see what you got there. He's actually sitting exactly like I'm sitting right now.
I just want to say, so he's going to look at this thing from his point of view, and we're going to tell from our point of view. And
And that's the first thing they teach you when you go to the monastery. This is how you sit.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
When you want to sit in judgment of others, you sit like this.
Yeah.
right. So anyway,
Apparently, I'm a judge according to Jim Devaney.
let's do this.
But I want to start by reading a statement by the Congregation for the Doctrine of Faith. This was a statement authored by Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger in 1983 and approved directly by John Paul II. And this document tells us from authority, with the clarity of the church,
Respect my authority. You ever notice that? Why is it always with authority? Like,
Didn't Cardinal Ratzinger go on to become Pope?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I thought he might have
Don't
been the
know
guy
the answer to
before
that.
the current Pope Francis. I don't know.
Uh,
Somebody look it up.
yeah, look it up. Continuing.
and the ordinary magisterium that you cannot be Catholic and a Freemason. Let me read this document. This was released by the Congregation for the Doctrine of Faith. This is, of course, the Doctrinal Commission of the Church, November 26, 1983. You can also Google this and get this on the internet.
He said
I
Google
read
weird, didn't he?
the-
Like he had something
like
in
he's
his
never
throat.
actually used it before.
It's like
And
he
you can
used,
Google.
and if you watch him, he used his whole body. He's like, you could also Google this thing. Like he like
It came from like the
it
diaphragm.
came from
It's
like the.
You can Google this.
I don't know. It came
From
from,
the
like
solar
down
plexus.
here. Right. It's like he added extra air to it. He's like, you could also Google this thing. I don't know. It's just weird. Freaked me out.
It's like when I have a milkshake and I get a little mucus.
Oh,
And
God.
He made sure at the same time he took his glasses off to say it.
Oh,
Could
for
also
effect.
Google this thing.
Oh, there we go. Google.
I'm an idiot.
The
Rhetoric.
document is entitled Declaration on Masonic Associations.
Do it.
Quote,
Tell us.
it has been asked whether the position of the church in regard to Freemasonry has been changed by reason of the fact that there is no express mention of the same in the new Code of Canon Law as there was in the previous 1917 Code. This congregation is able to reply that the circumstance indicated is due to an editorial policy which has been followed in regards to other associations as well, which have likewise not been mentioned inasmuch as they are included in broader categories. What that means is
Thank you.
that in the 1970 Code there was a direct reference of the direct evil of Freemasonry. It's not in this code because it's contained in a larger category.
Okay. So we're not.
Evil Incorporated.
So all he's doing
As
basically
evil as
now
we
is
used
he's just repeating. He's reading a document that's repeating what was already said about Freemasonry. Is all he's doing. Okay. So whatever.
So he's just reading off of other people's stuff.
He's basically right now at this moment.
He's pulling a Mudry.
The congregation further clarified.
Fucker.
For this reason, therefore, the negative position of the church in regard to Masonic associations remains unchanged. Since
is
their
1983.
basic principles have always been considered irreconcilable with
Okay. So what he just said is the basic principles have always been considered unreconcilable.
Irreconcilable. Yeah. So
Irreconcilable,
this
whatever.
is that's a blanket statement he's making,
Very much.
in opinion.
We should have, as a follow-up to this, we should have our Deputy Grand Master.
Yes, we should.
I'd
Father
love
Bruce
to.
Belmore.
Yeah,
I would love to have him on here. I
Great
think
man.
that would be a good follow-up to actually have someone of the cloth who is a Mason up here and basically
Just give
ask
us
him
his
point
views.
blank. Be like, I understand what these people on YouTube are saying. Like they're like, I understand their argument that we're the devil.
What's your view? Find out what his
like
is.
like
Yeah.
so how
And how
why
he
is it?
reconciles these irreconcilable
Right.
differences.
That's
I'd
why
love to
it's
know.
Opinion.
We'll do it.
with the teachings of the church, and consequently, membership in them remains forbidden. The faithful who belong to Masonic associations are in a state of grave sin and may not receive Holy Communion. I'm going to read.
Graves.
I don't even have to be part of them. I'm in a state of grave sin.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, you
actually never take communion under any circumstances. That has
If
nothing
you
to do
tried
with
it,
your,
would you?
I would
just,
try
like,
to stick
throw it
my
up?
finger in the water and be like, "Ow, fuck!"
Yeah, I don't think you'd get in the building.
That's a joke. I actually
Yeah,
go to church. I go to church. I can't go to church now because they're freaking 3 billion kids I own. But yeah, I own them.
What? 3 billion kids that you own?
No, I have my kids. There's no way I'm going to have my 3 and my 5-year-old.
Oh,
in
you
church.
wouldn't bring them in. I see what you're saying.
God, no.
Stick
You
them in the
kidding me?
quiet room. That works.
Stick them in the quiet room. I'd have to freaking chloroform them. They're off the freaking.
It's gonna
wall.
be it's gonna be the George Mudry quiet room. They're gonna name it after you because you're freaking
little plaque
your
on the
kids
wall,
running
yeah.
around.
They're gonna have their own slippers and shit. My kids just in the quiet room, and they're gonna have to like change it to like the soundproofing. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? They're gonna have to put up those like foam pads all over the wall.
They're
and
gonna
everything.
get that
Panels.
special kind of glass where you just hit the button and it turns opaque, so you can't even see the kids. They're running around. They're like, okay, first there's a noise cancellation, but then you still see them. They're like, and
Or
then
one of those
the windows-
electronic things that drop the freaking metal thing.
No, because your kids will find a way to hack that and start using it to like
Yeah.
guillotine each other.
Yeah.
Anyway, continuing on. What the hell were we even talking about? Anyway,
Going to
that's
church.
Just going to church. Yeah. I actually believe it or not, I used to
Grave sin is where we left.
Grave
off.
sin.
I used to go to church quite frequently. I just with my family, dynamic, if you will. It's impossible to bring little ass kids to church. Like I don't have those kids that are like they'll sit there, and just listen.
Gee, where do they get that from?
Yeah, I wonder.
And I've met your kids; they're not that dynamic.
Repeat that again. The congregation.
Hold on,
tells
hold
us,
on. I gotta
faithful
bring
who
this
belong
back
to
just a hair.
Masonic associations are in a
I gotta bring this here. I just bring it back here, and I'll tell you why. Here we go. Ready?
Congregation
please.
tells us, quote, the faithful who belong to Masonic associations are in a state of grave sin and may not receive Holy Communion. So this is telling us with the clarity of the church that to be a Freemason is objectively to be in a state of grave sin. That means out of sanctifying grace. That means without a change, that runs the possibility of eternal damnation. That's how serious it is to be a Freemason.
Okay.
Sounds like he's calling us prostitutes.
First off, I appreciate his attempt at Samuel Jackson. When he's like, grave sin and furious anger.
All right.
So what you're saying is because you belong to another organization that isn't really against any particular religion, you're still in grave sin and you're going to go damnation.
Well, it just comes down to church doctrine.
First
So it
thing I
all
think of is that
goes
song.
back to 83.
First thing I think of is that song by the Squirrel Nut Zippers. In the afterlife.
Squirrel nut zippers.
Never heard this song?
Yeah, you don't-
Oh my God, the music guy has never heard this song before?
Squirrel nut
That's the name of the
zipper?
band, and the song is called Hell. And it's like
And where do we hear these things from?
Apple Music.
The 1990s.
Apple
Did you
Music.
skip that
Squirrel
generation?
nut zippers.
Swear to
Nut
God,
Zippers.
somebody who's watching the comments, please help me out here.
I was like
tell me
way
you heard the
into
song.
like my grunge phase, and
Maybe it was the early 2000s because it was like ska, right?
I
That
have
stupid
never
ska
heard of
thing.
the squirrel nut.
Oh my
zipper.
God, you're
Nut
gonna make me
Zippers,
freaking.
Did they
bring
like
this up.
open up for the Wiggles or one of those?
It was like
guys?
their one
The
hit
Doodle
wonder.
Bops. They opened
was
up
like
for
their
the
one-
Doodle Bops.
What the Jim Delvini, what the fucking music is that? I swear to God, somebody help me out here.
It's ska and it's lame.
It's like
I know I'm going to take some flack.
it was
for
in that era of time where
looking
like
it up.
they brought back the big bands for
Yeah,
like
ska.
a little bit.
It was ska.
So they were like a poor man's big bad voodoo daddy.
Oh my God, I'm gonna play some Apple.
I almost
Right?
said big bad
See, now
booty
you
daddy.
done pissed me off, and I gotta go find it.
I
now.
think they were in the same.
Nut
They were the same genre as Big Bad Voodoo Daddy.
I almost said big bad booty daddy, who's Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump. Holla if you hear me. You know what I'm talking about. So do all my
Look,
freaks
I don't
out
even
there.
have to start typing it, and it pops up.
Yeah.
Big Papa
James
Pump is
Devaney
a
has
fucking
no idea what we're talking about.
holla
We're losing him.
if you hear me. So it has a ukulele in it. How good could it be?
We're gonna get muted. I'm sure these people have powerful attorneys.
That reminds me. That reminds me of that Tom and Jerry episode.
swear to
If
God,
you
look
win,
it up.
or if
It's
you
a
win, my
song.
baby,
Anyway, I don't know how that
baby,
worked out.
found somebody new.
Daniel Valdez. It's a great song. Hell for Squirrel Nut Zippers was from the mid '90s.
Okay,
Thank
so,
you,
yeah.
thank you, brother Daniel.
Yeah, whatever.
Thank you.
Something like that.
I don't
Listen
want
to
my
the
nuts
song.
anywhere near zippers. Like
Yeah.
squirrel nut zippers. Like, stop it. Stop it.
Listen to the song, though. I guarantee if you put it in the car, you'll be singing that shit when you walk in the house later.
No,
You'll
I'm
be
good, thanks,
in the afterlife, you'll be headed for a serious strife. Swear to God. Anyway, moving on.
Now I remember that song.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, but
I
that's-
told you you knew it.
Yeah, but that's not their song. That's like
Yes, it is.
from like Beetlejuice or something. No,
no,
it's
it's
like an
not.
old Harry Belafonte song.
Yeah, they
that
might have. They might
remade.
have.
No,
stolen
that would be
it.
Shake Sonora, and the
He
other
did
one
more
was
than
Jump
one.
in the Line.
He had quite a few songs.
What is he?
And by the
talking
way,
about?
that's
this is
the
why you lose trivia every Thursday. This is why you lose
time
trivia.
out. Time out.
Ooh.
This is
Now it's
Jump in the
getting
Line and Shake
dark.
Sonora are the same freaking song. What do you know?
That's true.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Back to the video.
You're
to the-
both right and
We're
wrong.
done. Even when I'm wrong, I'm right.
Yeah, even when you're right, you're short.
There we go. You fuck. And you'll still have no soul.
I'll live forever.
Yeah.
The
There's
congregation continues. It is not within the competence of local diocesan church authorities
Wait, what?
to pass judgment on the
You just say dialysis?
Diocesan. So of the
Diocese.
of the diocese, I guess. I don't know.
All right, moving on.
in such a way as to derogate from what has been established above. That's referring to the fact that unfortunately certain bishops
That is a cop-out, if I've ever heard one. That's a cop-out. What he had basically said was, it is not the authority of the diocese, which is the diocese, I'm assuming,
Which would be your
of the local thing
representation.
to allow Freemasons in and basically go against the authority which was given from
Yeah,
above.
because your core church doctrine still says that you're a sinner if you're a Freemason. So, yeah, states' rights. We'll throw those out.
Here's my thing. Where in the Bible does it say Freemasonry is a bad?
It doesn't. It was a pope that said it.
God, it was a pope. It was a
Cardinal or somebody.
It was a guy. Just a guy.
With really nice fancy red shoes.
Strip off all of the uniforms. We are all humans. It's what Freemasonry talks about, is going from the rough ashlar to a perfect ashlar.
I hear you.
And I'm sorry, there are some people that wear uniforms, pick the uniform, that are shitbags. They're still human. This is the human condition. We try to be better. Yeah. Sometimes we fail, and it doesn't matter what we're freaking wearing or what God we believe in.
But just like some religions believe in a strict interpretation of the Bible, some people believe in a strict observance of, hey, this guy's the Pope, and I got to, basically do everything he says and worship him, and that's the way it's going to be. Okay. So everybody kind of has their own view.
Absolutely. But again, and I'm fine with that. But to condemn other people who don't see things your way is a shitty way to live.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people have been living that way.
Been doing that way for centuries, man.
Can somebody? I'll get it.
What, you want me to go get you a
Why
beer?
don't you play the
I'll go
video
get a
before you
beer.
get-
I'll play the video. I'll play the video. Ready?
Yeah, go. That's why we got audio. Come on.
Well, in our diocese, the Freemasons are okay. They're doing good works and they're helping. And
We're just
this is
okay.
the congregation
Well,
of the Doctrine and Faith
in
says
that particular
no
diocese.
local bishop can approve what the ordinary magisterium considers absolutely irreconcilable. The document goes on to state, the Supreme Pontiff John Paul II, in the course of his audience granted to the undersigned Cardinal Prefect, approved the present declaration, which was decided upon in the ordinary meeting of this congregation, and has ordered its publication. Rome, from the office of the Sacred Congregation for the Doctrine of Faith, November 26, 1983. Joseph.
Get to the point, Five Finger.
Whenever he says magisterium, I think of the Ministry of Magic.
So that makes
Yeah,
it
me
clear.
too. Magisterium. It's like the room that you go into at the carnival that has like the weird mirrors and stuff.
The mirrors and shit, right?
Magisterium.
Magisterium. Enter the magisterium.
I think he's now put the document down, so we don't have to be bored with this shit. But
Hopefully,
he's going to start talking from his own here.
Okay,
good,
all right,
okay.
good, because I was
According
falling
to
asleep.
Church, that if you're a Freemason, you are in an objective state of grave sin. You cannot.
Why?
Because
they
of-
don't ever tell you why.
No, because of the doctrine. The doctrine says that.
Because if a piece of paper says I'm a bad person,
That's what
I'm
he's
a bad
saying.
person.
That's what he's
That's shitty. Because somebody wrote a piece of paper and said this group of people is bad.
Some people are like, yeah, okay, I totally agree with that. That's the way that they
But they're not
approach their
telling me
faith.
why.
you know?
They're not telling me why. You understand what I'm saying? He said, you're in grave sin. You're in grave
Well,
sin.
I think
Explain to me why.
it's
Tell
the
me why ain't nothing
irreconcilable
but a heartache.
differences between the principles of Masonry and
Okay.
the church.
All right. But what I'm saying is, if I was sitting in front of this guy, all right, we're sitting across the table from this guy.
Yeah, you would want some sort
and
of
he's telling me
explanation.
you're going to sin and damnation. I'd say, okay, show me where. And he's going to say, well, this document. I
Well,
said,
the Pope said
that was written by a person.
Yeah.
Show me something that says it from God. Well, here, the Pope's authority derives from God. Okay. Show me how. Explain to me how.
Well, I'm sure.
Did he come down and put a crown on his head? Did he
Yeah,
give
kind
him
of. No, somebody else put a crown on his head.
Yeah, on behalf
another
of God.
person on behalf of God? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're not showing me a connection here. And then if he says, well, Freemasonry's bad, and I'm going to say, okay,
So's your mom.
show me. I'm not going to go that far.
Yeah,
I
you can't do
shit,
that,
Joe.
no.
So's your mom.
We're supposed to take the high road.
This is why gingers aren't allowed into heaven. Anyway.
So he can technically say whatever he wants. It doesn't
But
matter.
you understand what I'm saying. I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, show me in the Bible. He's like, well, it's not in the Bible. All right. He's got no proof other than the word of another human being who said that these people are bad.
Yeah, who was elected by humans to
Who was elected by
represent
humans.
the interests of
Right.
God and
Correct, though.
on our earth. And,
Yeah.
to each his own.
Be a member, and no local authority can derogate from this norm from the Vatican. The question is why? Why is
Tell me
Freemasonry
why.
That is the
intrinsically
question.
incompatible? My friends, in our segments here, we're not going to have time to go through all.
Oh, we're not even going to go into it. Okay, all right.
The pillar reasons.
I don't have time to explain this to you.
That's
I got time to
convenient.
explain
Just
this shit.
believe
Just
me.
believe me. Just trust me. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
That's just that's rich.
All right. Hold on. Let's finish this up because he's pretty much closing this up. There's
Without
maybe another
saying anything.
6 more minutes.
I just noticed
And
you have
let's-
unusually thick fingers.
Let me mention briefly.
He's got like little hot dog fingers.
Freemasonry starts in an
Hot dog fingers.
You do. I'm just watching.
It's a legitimate medical condition, man. You can't like make fun of people for that.
Oh.
I love you as a brother.
Here it
We're
comes.
also live. So I will leave this alone. Yes. I have
Since when?
short, fat little meat hooks. Yes, I do.
Meat hook would allude to a larger hand. Those are more like Jimmy Dean's.
Like the things you stick in the end of the corn.
Yeah, like those little kernel. I fucking love those things. I've noticed some people don't even know
Like
that they
gherkins,
exist.
right?
I don't.
What's that?
They're like gherkins, right?
Yeah, something like that.
But they lead for a good punch.
It's a gherkin.
Anyway,
All right, I'm
moving on.
done. I'm sorry.
Can we let seven figure forehead
Continue.
thank you.
Organized fashion in 1717 in London, but extends to Scottish Freemasonry and French and German Freemasonry very quickly.
Of course it does.
Masonry is throughout the world. Almost immediately, as soon as Freemasonry organizes as a set association, the pontiffs came out and condemned Masonry time and time and time again. Leo XIII has a major encyclical against Freemasonry, but long before that, some 6 holy fathers, before the middle of the 19th century, condemned the intrinsic evil of Freemasonry. Why? Number one,
What is evil?
because
No,
the
why?
premise of Masonry is that hidden knowledge is power. It is a form of Gnosticism.
Okay. So he's getting into the whys right now.
Sort of.
And what he's saying is that Freemasonry looks for hidden knowledge.
And because of that, you're
Okay.
automatically at odds with the church because that's
Right.
essentially Gnosticism, which the church is.
I find that funny on many reasons. One, the Vatican Library and the Vatican Archives is locked.
Right, but it's
You're not
okay.
allowed in there to go see it.
It's okay for them to do that.
Because it's hidden knowledge. You're not allowed to go seeking it.
Yeah.
Right. On top of that, in the Middle Ages, people, the priests particularly, did their sermons in Latin. Why? Because they didn't want the common folk to know what was written in the Bible. So all of the Bibles and everything,
Yeah, so they're guilty of doing it too.
they're guilty of doing it too. That's some hypocritical shit. And on top of that, hidden knowledge. I mean, the church is always looking to ancient past and stuff like that to find hidden knowledge. They do it too.
They do it because they do it under the authority of the Pope and God.
God, no, they do
But
it to.
we can't do that.
They also do it to suppress other hidden knowledge.
Sure, because
That's why they sit there and they go, Islam is bad, Judaism is bad, Buddhism is bad, and all these people are going to hell because they don't believe in what we believe in.
Yeah.
So you're, in a sense, suppressing.
Right. They don't want you reading those
They
other
don't want
things.
you reading those other things because they don't want you to know that. Well,
all the same.
because
all
it's
the same.
Gnosticism.
Right. And it basically boils down to power.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It boils down to how much money you're putting in that freaking that dish every Sunday.
It is a secret society that believes that through
Society of
secrets and
secrets.
through secret knowledge, greater power can be ascribed and therefore a greater position of the human person. One author properly said that Freemasonry really begins in the Garden of Eden because as soon as man seeks a higher knowledge and can only get it through disobedience to God and the divine law and eventually what becomes the teachings of the church, then you have the heart of Freemasonry. Freemasonry is a rationalism and a Gnosticism. It is a mind over a heart. It is an act of arrogance and rational disobedience to the church, which ultimately seeks to put Satan in the place of Jesus Christ.
Wrong.
So don't think for yourself.
We
Don't
just
do
had a
that.
Grand Commandery session yesterday where I was elected as Grand Senior Warden of the Grand Commandery of the state of Connecticut. But anyway, moving
That
on.
tells you just what a sinful organization that is.
entire,
sinful.
the
God.
entire Grand Commandery session when we did the ritual parts was bathed in the Lord's Prayer as well as readings from the scriptures.
So not bathed in Satan's blood.
Not bathed in Satan's blood. Like the very Passion Cross is the emblem that Templars use. So, I mean, that's complete.
So
hogwash.
somebody in his position might say, "Oh, well, that's just Knights Templar, which was a Masonic knockoff of, or well, it's probably the reverse, but a Masonic knockoff of the Knights of Columbus. It's not the Blue Lodge
Actually,
Mason. They're the sinners, George.
Case in point, the Knights of Columbus was created to prevent people from joining Freemasonry.
Right.
Correct.
Fact.
By Masons.
by Masons.
that were leaving.
Who ended up going over to
Right.
going over to this.
But one thing this guy said is, he makes it sound bad to reason with your mind,
Right.
instead of deciding with your heart.
Yeah, like rational thought is a problem.
Oh my God,
that's what we
rational
don't
thought.
like.
Like we don't like. No, God, no. You got to think with your heart. Be emotional. Don't.
You can't have
be
any
rational.
knowledge that we don't have, and you also can't rationalize about it, because then you're not the automaton that we want in the church.
Yamana C just said Templars were proven innocent. That's right. They actually just came out with. It was a couple of years ago. I don't know how far back go, but the Pope actually absolved the Templars, saying that they did nothing wrong and let them go.
That's a kick in the-
Let them off the hook. I mean, it is a kick in the balls. I mean, what, freaking 2,000 or 1,000 years in the making after you just burn these bastards at the stake.
It's been a minute. It's been
It's been a hot minute. But
sorry about that.
Our bad.
oh, my bad.
Our bad.
Put that in Latin. That's what it says on the scroll in Latin. Our bad.
Right. My bad. I don't even know how to even get into this. What he's talking about. It's just he's.
It's an outmoded.
It's a
thought,
cop
yeah,
out, is what he's doing. Is what he's saying. It's a cop out. It's like, oh well, the two fingers always means that I'm making a good point, right? When you hold up two fingers.
Yes.
Right?
Was he holding up two fingers
He's
in the
doing
video?
like this. He's
Oh,
always
okay,
going-
well then in that case,
And the other thing is, no, two fingers doesn't. I got two fingers.
I would be
hold them
much
up all
more
the time.
convinced if I was actually
Usually
looking
wins me an argument.
I'm being good.
It's too
For the
little.
record, I'm being.
I know.
Even your fingers are short.
He took the shot you were going to take. I got it. I knew that was coming. I knew the minute I seen your freaking face light up.
We're
I'm
over
like,
it now.
There we go.
Yeah, we're over it now.
Moving on. Oh shit.
Oh no, what have
Oh,
you
what'd you
Of
do?
Masonry knows that it can only happen through the bringing down of the Vicar of Christ to put Satan in the place of Jesus Christ.
Where in the hell does it ever say that in any
Satan.
Masonic thing? That was the part that I was going to bring up. Now that's a cop out. When you use Satan, you're going to put Satan in the place of Jesus Christ. That's a
Yeah,
cop out.
then you have to show me where in the ritual you're referencing
Show me.
Satan. Yeah.
Show me.
Yep.
Pull out my ritual.
Yeah.
I'll hand you the damn book, and I'm going to say, listen, seven finger forehead. Find it in here where you see the word Satan.
Well, and not for. I'm not going to even get into it. Go ahead.
Yeah, you don't want to split hairs on this one, Joe.
No, but
I shied away last episode because George was getting really fired up.
Go ahead.
specifically in one of our ceremonies, we discuss the tribe of Judah.
Uh-huh.
And Jesus Christ was referred to as the Lion of the tribe of Judah. And I'll leave it at that.
Correct, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I had to say.
That's all.
For those that know, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
The more you know.
No one's half the
Echelons
battle.
of Masonry knows that it can only happen through the bringing down of the Vicar of Christ and the church. And indeed,
Wrong.
in the higher levels of Freemasonry vows, one of the gestures that has to be done is to take a papal crown, throw it on the ground, and crush it underfoot several times.
What?
So what he's saying is, in the higher degrees of Freemasonry, there's
Yeah.
a degree
Yeah, I
that
heard
you
it.
take the papal. I'm just for anybody who
Yeah.
didn't hear it. You take the papal
Crown.
you throw it on the ground, and you stomp on it, and you crush it underfoot.
You ever remember
It's
taking
a-
a degree like that?
No.
Okay, because I cover the other side, the York Rite side. You cover Scottish Rite.
I cover both.
Grotto,
I've
let's
got
see.
Scottish. I've got the
Shriners.
shrine cover.
I have the
No stomping papal crowns.
No
Any of
stomp-
you guys?
not even
Okay,
the
well,
St. Thomas of Acon.
Then I
Maybe
think
that's what Farkas wouldn't tell us.
Yeah, maybe
That's what
that's the
Farkas
secret
wouldn't tell
knowledge
us.
right there.
That's that. We're gonna have to have him back up here. Back. Listen,
Hey.
I got a question for you, there,
Never
Farkas.
stomp on any papal crown.
We need a
He was like,
30-30.
no, but when you don't
range.
show up to be part of the cast, I stomp some asses.
That he does.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's in a very lovingly way. He gets you going.
You get the text message like bling. He's like showing up Thursday. Fuck. Like
Yeah. Oh no, he'll find you.
Farkas
but
has
it's,
summoned
that's
thee.
all it says. Showing up Thursday, right?
Yeah,
That's
no,
a rhetorical question,
Yeah.
Farley. Yes, I'm gonna be.
It's not a suggestion. You're
That's
gonna
like
be
when
there.
Dad comes, you're taking out the garbage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm taking.
Anytime you add the question, anytime you add the word "right" at the end of it,
Yeah.
but don't add the question mark, it's a
statement.
it's a
Yeah.
statement.
Yeah, you're coming right.
All right, let's get back into seven finger forehead here.
Seven finger death punch.
Animosity against the Holy Father is very clear. So number one, hidden knowledge is power. Number two, all human authority is evil. and therefore Masonry seeks to dislodge all forms of human authority. Now, of course,
Like
Human authority, you mean kind of
Yeah.
like
I knew you were gonna go there.
kind of like everything in the Vatican.
Well, I don't think we have any non-human authority unless you believe in that reptile bullshit.
Although
You don't.
we're gonna put this guy to bed right now because I think I've had enough.
Because he's
of
good
him.
before he puts our audience to bed.
Yeah, I know.
No,
But
fair
let me
enough.
just say, let me just start with this. Did you guys see that the Pentagon released the
the
UFOs?
UFO stuff. I thought that was happening over the summer.
Yeah, it's
They're
just
doing that over the summer.
Well, I think they found flying over.
Well, there were a couple
New York
ones.
City or
yeah,
something like that.
they launched some teasers, but I think over the summer there's supposed to be like a massive declassification.
Yeah, it's
thing
just
or
it's
something.
a
But Vanny
declass.
says it was the Korg.
Might have been. Never know what I'm building
We're
down
gonna
there
have
in
to
that
cover.
basement.
Did we cover that on a alternate universe? What if aliens were Freemasons or something like that? I feel like we talked about that,
I
right?
don't know if we did aliens.
Freemasonry in space? No, I don't know. It was something like that.
I thought it was something like
go
that.
back.
If we found life on another planet, would they be allowed to be Freemasons? If not,
Well, we had
That sounds
cyborgs.
like
We
something
went
we would do.
artificial.
we went AI.
We definitely did
yeah, we
AI.
went
Maybe
AI.
that was part of that one. We're gonna have to go like into that. That would be a
Aliens?
cool alternate universe.
Could androids be Freemasons?
No, we
I
already
don't know.
covered. We covered androids.
Y'all raised me.
I'm talking about like
Aliens.
the bean heads,
The beanheads.
the grays. You ever seen them? The
Well, we
aliens?
allowed Messner in.
That's what they call those grayer aliens. That's low even for you.
What?
That's so fucked up.
What?
We allowed Messner in.
Yeah, he's kind of
Kurt Miller. We've had UFOs in Canada for years. Yeah, dude. There was
Canadian UFOs?
there was an what the hell was it? It was an episode I seen about a whole freaking community in like northern Canada. They were
That
like
all
seeing
saw this?
the whole.
Yeah.
No, they didn't see it. They fucking disappeared. The whole damn community. I guess people went to go bring them supplies. Kurt, maybe you can help me out with this here if you're Canadian.
So it was like way north, up past
Way
like,
north,
Ice
like-
Road Trucker North.
Maybe they
I'm
just
thinking.
froze.
No, like like all their fires were still hot.
Eaten by polar
clothes
bears.
left there, houses, tents,
mean,
all that shit still there. They're just gone.
Polar
And no
bears will
tracks.
eat you, and they'll just leave the fires going.
But no tracks leading away.
Solar
no
flare.
Yeah, but okay, if a polar bear shows up, it's not gonna just like, okay, hop on. I'm gonna go eat you. Just hop on the back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have blood. You're gonna have.
Okay, all right, I'll stop.
This is why I'm not going hunting with you.
Yeah, you really don't want to. That'll be when the deer turn on us. Like that'll be
Right. Joe's like, here, put this buck piss on you. Next thing I know, they'll be getting gored like that dude in that one video.
Yep.
We can only get that from the Illuminati. We have to go into their staff.
No, but there was something like in northern Canada. Oh, Kurt Miller, what the hell are you talking about, Willis? I'm telling you. So everybody's watching this.
I don't think it actually ever happened.
There's a community. You know what?
I'm looking. You continue to the
No,
show.
I'm looking it up.
I'm
I
looking
believe
it
you.
up.
There was a. I'm telling you, there was a. I'm telling you. There was
Are you
a.
thinking of Jonestown back?
No.
in the
That's Jonestown. He fed him the freaking Kool-Aid, you fuck. No, it was northern Canada, and it was a whole village of people. We should start doing shit like that, like freaking creepy-ass stories and stuff. That'd be fun.
But they should be like somewhat based in fact, not like.
This one's based in fact. It was
So-
a whole community, northern. It was northern Canada where they were seeing like aliens and shit and lights in the sky, and then one day, boom, they were gone. Swear to God.
They were like, "Get in, we're doing butt stuff." Those kinds of aliens.
He says that was in Guyana.
Messner.
I don't think so. Telling you.
Guyana. Okay, so that's a little bit different.
No,
of a
I'm
region.
telling you, I'm going to find out.
Yeah, I think you're.
Moving on.
Shag Harbor UFO incident.
Yep, that's it. That's got to be it.
Shag Harbor. That sounds like Maine.
It's near Nova Scotia. It's near Oak Island. Oh my God.
Oh God! Somebody's gonna rope that into one of the.
No, it's this one
theories
right here.
from
Here we
one
go.
of these
It's called
researchers.
Ankuni Lake. Ankuni Lake incident.
Okay.
And Cooney Lake and a pretty face and
we
a
go.
ponytail.
Decades of missing indigenous.
Get in the ship.
Damn it.
I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know.
Damn it. I can't find it. All right, I'll look for it later.
Let's take the
George
show back.
failed maps, yeah. But anyway, I don't know where the hell I was going with that. Oh, aliens.
The government's going to be declassifying a large swath of
yes, UFOs.
Yeah, UFO-related
And
material.
some other
I'm
shit.
excited.
It should be interesting.
It'll be like that show V. Remember that show V? No, you guys were too young.
Oh no, I remember that,
that was
show
a
with the
great
reptiles.
freaking show.
And they,
Yes,
take
I
them
remember that.
And they
masks
pulled off
on.
the skin.
Yes,
and
I
was
remember
like-
that.
It was a
And then
creep
they had
show.
like the half alien, half human baby.
Yep.
Yes.
Mark
Yeah.
Singer.
Yeah.
Mark Singer was he was
I remember really liking
deal
that show. I thought it was like actually decent sci-fi too when I watched
for the
it.
time. It was really good. It was
Yeah.
high tech.
Yeah.
You know what was another good one too? Was the oh boy, there was another one that was like Invasion or something like that, and it was where all the aliens came in through a hurricane, and there were like lights they landed in.
Alien Nation.
Was it Alien Nation?
Alien Nation was good. I don't know that that's what he's
I
talking
think
about. The
it's-
original
yeah.
had the movie with James Caan and
Yeah.
Manny Patinkin.
Yeah, they were like,
And all the aliens
it's
would
different.
take like
It's not the same.
human names, but they would name it after like towns. And his partner was Sam Francisco.
Yeah,
You remember that? That was a good one.
and they were cops. Of course, it had
Yeah.
to be a police show.
Of course.
Where the
Anyway, I
aliens
think
in it.
next
But then it became a
episode-
series after that.
Yeah.
Next episode, we should have Brother Bruce Belmore up here.
So just
And we'll talk
chill
about
for
that,
the
being
next
that we're on the
episode.
whole religious kick the last 2 episodes of shitting on.
And maybe we should
And
react.
then we'll ask him
to-
about aliens.
Yeah, we could react to declassified UFO footage. That'd be awesome.
I don't think Brother Belmore will put up with our antics.
Probably not.
He'll probably scold us pretty quickly.
Guys think it's real. Kurt Miller's asking, do you guys think it's real? What are you asking about? Aliens?
What, the UFOs and stuff?
I'm not saying it's aliens.
I'm going to reserve judgment until the
alien.
government declassifies all this crap over the summer. Then I'm going to have a couple beers and I'm going to
mean-
consider the possibility, Kurt.
We should do a watch party for that.
We should, yeah, or like respond to it. Like,
Yeah,
oh, look at this.
are they doing it live? Is
Here
it
it
going to be
comes,
like
here
a
it
live disclosure, or is it going to be
No,
just
I'm
going to
sure
jump
it's-
shit?
It's going to be like Geraldo Rivera at Al Capone's vault.
No, or Maury Povich. There are aliens.
Yeah. It'll be like a
Results.
Lie detector
WikiLeaks.
shows that there are aliens.
It'll be like WikiLeaks, only it won't work properly because it's government.
They got Podesta up there, and he's like, that determined that was a lie. Kurt Miller, do I think it's real? I do. I don't know. Maybe just because I look at that we have an entire universe of like worlds that we are never discovered, and to think of the billions and billions and billions of planets that are out there, we're the
Channeling his inner Carl Sagan.
we're the
there.
only ones that are freaking here.
Yeah, the old Fermi paradox.
And not for nothing, you know, some of our, I believe it to a certain extent because some of the crazy things that you hear are just a different point of view, a civilization that didn't have the words to form what they're talking about. Look at some of the old Freemason, not necessarily the trestle boards, but some of the old prints and stuff. When they talk about the house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens, there's actually a picture of a glowing building in the sky on some of these prints.
Right.
And if you got a big ship with people living on it, there's your house not made
I
with
mean,
hands,
even with the
eternal in the heavens,
Yep.
glowing.
even
That
with the
would be how you
Sumerian
would frame it.
tablets that I'm reading, like they're directly talking about. I mean, you take it to the book of what was it, Ezekiel? That was the one where he seen like God was coming down in a vehicle or some shit like that.
Are you thinking Jacob's Ladder? Is that what you're talking about? The angels coming down the
Yes.
staircase?
Yes. Like, just saying.
That's church canon, right? That's not like in the Gnostic.
No, that's church canon.
Whenever you say Ezekiel, that reminds me of that. There's like the video that says, "Hey Ezekiel." I'll play it for you later.
No, I firmly believe. I don't. Whether or not they're here dealing with our government or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of
I
dumb
highly
shit.
doubt that.
There's a lot of dumb shit going on in the world right now. So they're probably like, look at these fucking idiots. They're probably up there with a bowl of popcorn with 3D glasses on.
Yeah, or floating around our destroyers and stuff.
at these
wasn't
idiots.
Wasn't that the thing that was released? It was like
Yeah, they were floating around
were
our
like-
own ships and
Yeah, so
everything.
they're like, look at these jerk offs. Look at this crap technology.
It does one of two things. It makes me wonder if they are real. Okay, what do they know that we don't know that they're floating around all of our military installations all of a sudden with Russia moving troops over to Ukraine and China screwing around with Taiwan? Like,
hidden knowledge.
what
no
are they
doubt.
up to? Like,
Hidden
do they
knowledge.
know what's coming? Yeah, I don't know.
I hope nothing's coming,
Listen, if that's the case,
except maybe shaking hands with an alien.
and if
That'd
there
be cool.
are aliens, I'm going to ask right now publicly to
boy.
please beam me up because I'm out of PTO time for all this COVID shit and I need a vacation. So if you wouldn't mind, just give me a lift.
No, we'll bring you on the show. We've got
Days.
a nice spot for you right here next
Do that
to me.
too. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
We just plug Ken into the soundboard and we'll be able to translate.
Yeah, he would be our universal translator.
This microphone is really just for like optics sake. I don't really need any of this shit here.
Beep, bop,
James
boop.
Delvaney, that was the F-22 and F-35. It's all BS.
Oh, I saw his response too, where he's like, "Oh, it's all about camera angles, dude," and it was a picture of an F-22. You're probably right about that,
It
Jim.
could be. It absolutely could be.
That
Could be.
one,
But I mean, they are disclosing stuff. You know, the Pentagon. I mean, I think 90% of it is bullshit.
Yeah,
of
it's
it-
just going to be like all a bunch of crazy people reporting UFO sightings, and they're
It's like
drunk or
Joe Rogan did a great freaking segment on this when he's talking about when he went to go looking for Sasquatches, and he was like there, and he's asking him, he's interviewing him, he's like, oh, have you seen Sasquatch? Oh yeah, jumping around in front of my vehicle one day, and then all of a sudden, like he hears like a bullfrog in the back corner, he's like, a bullfrog makes noise, and he's like, do you hear that? That's a squatch. He's like, wait, what? It's a freaking bullfrog.
So Joe Rogan gets to go Sasquatch hunting, and we get to like. We
should do it.
That's what I'm saying, man. How come we're not going on these adventures?
We all had the thought at the same time.
We should do it. We should do a Freemasons podcast, go Sasquatch hunting. And we try.
Because that's got to go better than the Charles Island
Oh,
expedition.
100%.
And
We're
we try
less
to put the
likely
first
to get
degree on
like,
him.
arrested or shot or something.
And we try to do a first degree
We
on
could
him.
do a reality show, Masonic expedition.
So now we've got episode ideas for like the next 3 months. This is how we do it.
James Delvaney, just like Area 51. That was SR-71 and stealth bomber. Stupid people hide secrets. I would disagree with that. I think Area 51's got a lot more in there than not, and I firmly would have absolutely loved if those people would have actually like stormed Area 51.
I would not have.
They
loved
would
that.
just get.
I went
that
on
would
the
be
live
down.
feed with that shit, and
It
I'm
would.
like,
It would
oh,
have been a horrible loss of life on live television.
I had the
Dude,
3D glasses on. I had the surround sound
with your
and THX
popcorn.
on.
It's because you're a monster.
I was freaking waiting. I'm like, oh my god. So if they got, obviously it's a secret military installation. Like it's true. Like they have.
It's not that secret.
Well, it's been declassified.
But what I'm saying, you can't actually like just go walk about the grounds,
you can't
right?
go there.
Oh
They
no,
have,
like
they'll
these
come
white
get you.
jeeps. They
Yeah.
have,
Yes.
mines in the ground that like can
They got like sound, like audio acoustic
Audio
sensors
acoustics,
and crap like that.
And I'm like,
cameras and-
look at all these idiots.
Yeah, you're not gonna storm a government installation, military installation.
No, it's okay because they were wearing Crocs. The Crocs won't.
I
set
actually
off
got
the
one of
acoustic
those
sensors.
hospital.
That's how they do it.
I would have gotten one of those hospital like portable bathrooms just so I didn't have to move to watch the shooting happen when they started storming it.
Commode.
The commode, so I wouldn't have to leave the living room to watch it.
He's really saying this right now.
Why don't you just
Oh,
throw
my
a diaper
finger's
on?
like hovering over
I've
the
always
stop
said
screen
I
button.
think stupidity should be painful. I've always said it, and that's one of the stupidest things you could ever do is storm a military facility and think that nothing's going to happen to you.
I don't think they think that nothing is going to happen, but I think they
Daniel Valdez, the Ark is being studied by top men.
top men.
Who?
You don't remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I think I was born last night or
I
something.
don't know, man. I'm just making sure. You seemed really
Thomas Perkins.
quizzical look on your
Do a
face.
ghost hunt in your haunted lodge, brothers. Oh, we have.
We've done it.
We've done
Multiple.
it. If you listen
time
on
to do it
Apple
again.
or Spotify or anything, it's the. Actually, we've never actually done like a live, like us doing a ghost hunt.
I mean, there was like a couple where you guys worked with Liberty Ghost Hunters and
Yeah,
did, like,
yeah. We didn't actually do it.
We didn't
like,
do it
on
live,
the
but
podcast.
you-
We had them on there, and all the evidence and everything is
Spirit
actually
box and stuff.
was put on the earlier episodes. We did the Estes method. Yeah, Joe got his prison wallet checked.
Well, I mean, we could do one in
Not on the show. Not on the show. It was during a lodge meeting.
And it wasn't empty.
We could do one at Ashler Aspertuck in Harmony. Maybe.
Why did he say it like a southerner though? He's like
Waterbury.
Aspertuck. We're gonna go to
Aspetuck?
Southern
Because
Aspertuck.
I don't actually know how it's spelled.
Ken went full rebel on us there.
Aspetuck.
Yeah, Aspetuck.
Aspetuck.
It's an Indian word, old Indian tribe.
Ashler Aspetuck.
What do we say, brothers? We done with the horse shit?
I
for
think
the
we're
day?
done with the horse shit.
We'll try to get Brother Bruce Belmore up here. Well, actually,
That'd be fun.
Deputy Grandmaster,
Yep.
Yep.
Father Bruce Belmore.
Great
Right,
guy.
worshipful brother.
Right, worship brother. And we should also, at some point, get our Grandmaster up here. I actually invited him when I seen him last night because he was, or yesterday, he was out and I said, I'd like to have you come up talk about your year. So, Joe, you're a little bit closer connections to him, but
Yeah, I can. I'll follow him up with him on that.
it's funny. I was with him, and I'm like, "Do you know who I am?" He's like, "No, I actually don't know who you are." I'm like, "Thank God."
I don't know who you are either. Don't worry.
He's like, "No, I don't know who you are." I'm like, "You know that Freemasons podcast thing?" He's like, "Oh yeah."
Oh, you're that guy. Oh, okay.
He's like, "Oh, it's you." He's like, "All right,
It's me.
no." Actually, he's a very nice guy.
He's a great guy.
But it would have been funny as hell if he did turn and be like, "I shook his fucking hand." And walked out.
Yeah.
He's just walking away.
He's walking away. He's wiping his hand on his pants. It's like he's that guy.
It's the end of this.
No,
podcast.
but I invited. I didn't invite Father Bruce up. I didn't think about that, but I did invite.
Yeah, I think that would be a really interesting angle to have him up.
Kurt Miller. Lodge is still shut down in Ontario.
Yeah, I heard that's still
Across the border, come
Kansas.
south. Everybody else is across the border, come south. Join my lodge down here. Anyway, shut it down.
All right.
For the Freemasons podcast, I'm Right Worship Brother George Mudgery signing off.
Worshipful Brother Joe signing off.
And Worshipful Brother Ken signing off.
Thanks for joining us for our shenanigans. Have a good one, everyone.
Stay safe and stay away from those probes. You know what I'm saying? Good